There are certain sounds that never leave you once they've entered your head, not the hiss of a snake, not the dry click of a gun misfiring in your mouth, not even the pop of cartilage as a body bends where it shouldn't, but the worst, the one that haunts me most, is the wet, sucking crack of a jaw being snapped open like a bear trap, followed by the hollow clatter of teeth hitting concrete, rolling like dice, lost like buttons into darkness. That's what I hear when I try to sleep. Not sirens. Not crying. Just the sound of her jaw unhinging, and the rattle of teeth spilled across the floor like God dropped his marbles. And that's how I know, no matter how much bleach I poured into the floorboards, no matter how many lies I told, or how many parts one buried in that drainage trench out past the old slaughterhouse, she's not done with me yet. Because teeth don't lie. And hers are back in my apartment. It had been nearly a year since I helped Marcus and Lena with the body. Since we cut her up, quiet and clean, wrapped her in tarp and duct tape, humming old nursery rhymes through clenched teeth as the knife slipped too easily through skin and into the soft webbing where muscle frays apart like wet newspaper. She was supposed to be a one-night mistake, a thrill, an accident we could out-talk and outlive. She was no one special, just a girl from the club with glitter under her collarbones and eyes that didn't quite match. But that's the thing about no one special. They become specters when you treat them like meat. And lately, things have started to smell wrong again. There's a sickly sweet odor rising up from the heating vents in my building, not rot, exactly, but something coppery and familiar, like the inside of a butcher's apron after the 8th kill of the day, when the blood has dried just enough to feel like skin. The floorboards creak when I'm not walking. And last night, when I pressed my ear to the linoleum, I heard breathing beneath the floor. Not rats. Not air. Something slow, wet, and patient. I got a letter 2 days later. No return address. The handwriting was jagged, but undeniably hers, loops and all, the way she dotted her I, like a child still learning how to shape language. And inside the envelope was a photo of me from behind, taken just outside the deli I go to every Thursday, time-stamped the morning after I thought I'd burned the last piece of her left in the world. Along with the photo was a short note, "You never learned how to smile with your whole face." That's how I knew it wasn't real. I wanted to believe it was a joke. A cruel prank from someone who knew, or guessed, or found some shred of evidence in the old abandoned cold storage where we left her to freeze before the dump. But then I looked closer at the photo. Her shadow was in it. Standing behind me. Barefoot. No jaw. Lena called me crying, her voice cracking like dry leaves underfoot. She said Marcus had gone missing, that she woke up to find the bed soaked through with water, as if someone had dragged a dripping body across the mattress and into the kitchen. I told her it was the guilt. That we were all just seeing ghosts with our eyes peeled too wide from insomnia and regret. But that night, when I opened my freezer to grab the bottle of cheap bourbon I hide behind the frostbitten pizza rolls, I saw it. A mason jar. Fogged from the cold. Inside, a tongue. Her tongue. Still curled. Still pink. Still looking like it wanted to whisper. I didn't put it there. No one else has keys. The power flickered. And from the hallway, I swear I heard her clicking her teeth together, except she had no teeth left to click. The apartment next to mine has been empty for months, sealed off, condemned, supposed to be under repairs. But last night I heard banging from inside it, slow, heavy thuds, like someone was trying to knock their way out from inside the drywall, muffled with plaster and desperation. I broke in. The smell hit me first, wet drywall, old meat, formaldehyde. And then the noise stopped. I turned on the flashlight. That's when I saw it, the wall was bulging. Split open at the seams. Red leaking through the cracks. I pressed my hand against it and it sank in a little, like the wall was made of overcooked meat and something pulsed underneath it. Then I heard a voice. She took my teeth. She took my fucking teeth. Marcus. Buried alive in the wall. I tried to explain it to the cops, to anyone who'd listen, that the dead don't stay dead, that we did something unnatural, that the woman we cut apart is coming back one piece at a time and collecting the bones we stole from her. But they just asked why my hands were covered in dirt, and why Lena hadn't answered her phone in over a week, and why her apartment smelled like burnt sugar and ammonia. They took me in. Sat me under a flickering fluorescent light. Asked about the teeth. They found a bowl of them under my bed, arranged like a crown, like some infant god had grown hungry for ivory and built itself a shrine. I don't remember collecting them. But I remember chewing. Lena is dead. I know this not because I found her, but because I found what was left of her vocal cords, stretched like spiderwebs across the ceiling fan in her living room, spinning slowly as if trying to sing. Her jaw was missing. Her teeth were jammed into the garbage disposal. She'd written something in lipstick across the mirror, "She's building herself again." Out of us. I went home. Locked the door. Sat in the tub with the lights off. I've started hearing her hum again, the same tune she sang the night we met, something low and full of glass, something off-key like a lullaby for someone already dead. She's not here to kill me. She's here to be me. To wear me. To make a new face out of mine. Last night, I found my own molars under my pillow. I hadn't felt them come loose. But I felt her pressing down on my chest while I slept, cold and weightless, her smile stretching too wide, too long, splitting the corners of her face as she mouthed the words, "I'm almost done. She only needs one more piece." And I think it's my tongue. Because tonight, I woke up choking. And she was sitting on my chest. With my mouth sewn shut.